it happened again. I just made a friend while I was walking. Homie was... Y'all watching the Knicks? Yeah, I started yet? Alright, bro. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh yeah, I made a friend. Walking over to the homie's house right now, and I wanted to talk about how I be making these homies. I've been in this town, New York, for like just under a month now. I have a few chill friends, which is pretty cool. And I feel like as I've moved around a lot in my life, like I've kind of gained this skill maybe of making friends pretty easily. And I think there's really not that much to it. And I kind of wanted to break down like how I make friends, I guess, in this video. When I was traveling across the country, I was being with a homie, and you know, at one point I was talking to people and I'd always ask for their name when I was talking to them. Like just people working in restaurants or like people that I would never see again, right? And she'd be like, why are you asking for their name, bro? You're never gonna see them again. And I'm just like, I don't know, man, like that's a person. Like we always treat people like they're just this transaction, whereas if we just like, even if it's the smallest thing, some random person on the street and we know their name, like people feel seen and feel appreciated and like you care and like you know them. And I think people really rock with that. You know, funnily enough, on that same trip, that same friend was like, Ian, I don't know how you do it. Like, you always talk to the nicest people. You always have like the greatest conversations with these random strangers. And I'm like, do you not see the connection in the fact that I get to know their name? And the way that I approach people, it's not that I just keep getting lucky and talking to super cool people. It's that the way that I approach anyone makes them rock with me, right? And so it's really just on the approach. I feel like I always kind of just treat people like they're already like my homie, you know, like we're not on those stranger vibes, like you are my best friend right now because you're getting all my attention and I'm treating you with kindness and with respect and like I rock with you. Like you're not a stranger to me, you're like the homie. I was in the coffee shop the other day. Someone sat down on the bar. I don't know, I thought her jacket was cool. So I was like, hey, I think your jacket's kind of cool. And then we were like kind of talking a little bit, but there's like this pole in the way. And so then I was like, let me come around to the other side so that I can talk to you more easily. So we're not like talking to this pole. So instantly I was kind of like, I want to talk to you. Let me be more comfortable so we can talk more easily. And then we were talking for like an hour, this random stranger. Now we're gonna like hang out again in the future. Like it's that easy. I think when you really just put in the effort and show that you really care about this person, not on some nonchalant shit. My homie who works at the coffee shop that I was at, you know, and he saw this all go down and he was saying like, you have like a really open heart. Like that's why you connect with people. You're always open to it. And I think that's what it really comes down to. It's about your intention. If you're open to and wanting to and prioritizing to make friends and get to know people, then it'll happen. I don't mean just in a sense like being like, oh hey bestie, like on that fake shit. Like I mean, like I asked the strangest types of questions. This person that I was talking to for like an hour, I think she's talking about relationships and how like people that she dates always like need something from her. And I asked her like, what do you think it is that you need from other people? That's not a question that people ask strangers, but that's a question that I ask strangers. And I think that's what brings you from stranger to friend, is asking those deep questions. And you can ask them the first time. And if someone's like, yo, that's weird, bro, that's too much, then like, sure, you can back down, but that's never happened to me. So I think if you just have an open heart and a friendly demeanor and you want to get to know people, it'll come. And you have to put yourself out there, man. I moved out here and there are times when I'm sitting in my room, right? There's this one time I was sitting in my room. I had groceries to cook some dinner, but I was like, you know, I want to get out of the house. I'm in New York, baby. Why would I stay in my damn house? So I walked down the street. I was gonna get a chopped cheese for the first time. I'd never had a chopped cheese before. So I get my chopped cheese and I'm like, okay, I could walk home and eat this at home. Or I could just like stand out here, post it up against the wall and like eat it surrounded by these people. And so I did that. And then some dude came up to me. He's like, you from Facebook Marketplace? And I'm like, nah, bro, I'm not from Facebook Marketplace. And then he's like, oh, bet. And then he like walked away. And then he found this other guy that he's talking to. And I guess that was the guy from Facebook Marketplace. And that guy had like camera stuff in his car. So I was instantly like, oh, that's like a photo man, a cameraman. I'm a photo man, cameraman. So like, you know, I'm like leaving, and then I'm like, why would I leave, bro? Like, that could be a homie right there. I turned around, I went back, I was like, hey man, like, I was talking to him, I was talking to him about like potential lens that I could buy or something. And then like I got his Instagram, and then I was walking away, and then I was like, I'm gonna take this one step further. Why don't I take a photo of this person? So then I was walking away, and then I was like, shit. I turned around and I walked back, and I was like, hey man, can I take your photo? And then like I took his photo, and that's a very intimate thing. I don't want to get all into the street photography thing, but people just take photos of strangers. Like, that's one thing, just taking photos of people on the street. But when you ask them to take their photo and you like create that moment, again, it all comes down to really having that approach of being like, I want to do this thing with you. I'm not just taking a photo while I walk by. Like, I want to connect with you and create this thing with you. Okay guys, I was done filming the video, but like it happened again. I just made a friend while I was walking. Like, this is what New York is beautiful for. Like, people everywhere, people trying to make connections and shit. But like, homie was, y'all watching the Knicks? Yeah, I'm starting yet. All right, bro. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh yeah, I made a friend. I was walking and I had my camera on. Guys, having like a little prop or something, have a dog, have a camera. I was walking, right? And this guy was like, yo, what you shooting? And I was like, I'm shooting you, man. So then I like took his photo. I'll put it right here. DW, shout out to you, bro. And then we like got to talking. I was like, you shoot? He's like, yeah, man, I was shooting in California. I was like, I just came from California, man. And then we had like a whole ass conversation about like photography and shooting and stuff. I think that's another really important part, is you gotta be by where your tribe is, bro. Like, out in the OC, no hate to OC, that just wasn't my spot. Those just weren't my people. And like, you know, I had some friends out there, but like, I'm a creative, I'm a hustler, I'm trying to make it, you know, and I love being around diverse people and people from all over the place. And that's New York. And that's why I came to New York. And now there's people, and every day I leave my house, I'm making a new friend. I'm making a new connection. I'm getting a new name, you know? And that's not to say New York is for everyone, okay? I'm not saying move to New York, it'll be perfect, you'll make lots of friends. I'm saying if you like doing something, or you like certain types of people, move to the place where other people are doing that thing, where the people that you like are at. And it'll be easier to make friends, because those are the people you want to make friends with. You know, I saw this barbershop just now. That's where I was like, are y'all watching the Knicks? Like, the Knicks game hasn't started yet. Go Knicks, by the way. But like, if the Knicks game had started, I would have just plopped my ass down and watched the Knicks game with them. Pooh, 2 new friends. It's not, you just have to, just don't be so scared, bro. Like, no one is gonna shit on you. Okay, actually, sometimes people might shit on you. Literally this morning, I was walking and some woman was like singing, and some guy was like, you got a beautiful voice, and she didn't hear him. And I was like, potential new friend here. And I was like, yeah, she does, huh? And then he's like, I wasn't talking to you. I was like, all right, bet. And I kept it pushing. So, you know, sometimes you're just gonna, it's gonna be a swing and a miss, but you'll never hit the f***ing ball if you don't swing. So swing away, my friends. Okay, I keep trying to end this video, but the video never stops because the friends keep coming, bro. I was walking, right? Some person was like, yo, you got some change? I was like, nah, I got nothing on me. And then I'm like, nah, wait a minute. I do got something on me. So I gave homie $1. And I was like, yo, what's your name? And then she's like, my name Isis. And then I was like, and then she's like, she saw my camera and she was like, yo, take photos of New York City. And I was like, I'm taking photos of New York City people. Can I take photos of you? And then she's like, yeah, I bet. And I took some photos of her. Now I know her name. Now I got a new homie. Another important point, I'm not saying you gotta be friends with everyone. I'm just saying, if you wanna be friends with people, you gotta be open and shit, you know? And it's important too that you don't try to be friends with everyone. Like, you gotta just be the best you, and then you'll get the people that you want around you. Because if you're like faking it the whole time, you're just gonna have homies that are either also fake or like they don't like the real you. So then you gotta pretend forever. Not worth it. There's definitely people that fuck with you out there. It's like 8 billion people on this planet or something. So like, don't stress if not everyone rocks with you. Not everyone is supposed to rock with you. Do you think I'm rocking with you? I'm playing. Yeah, it's after the Knicks lost.